Hello Redhawks. In this video we're going to look at the course template that is applied to all courses when they're created. Previously you had a course created and it was blank, there was nothing there. Now there's a few changes that you'll notice have been made. By and large things should be mostly the same, shouldn't notice a whole lot of differences when you import your course content, but we'll kind of walk through some of the things that are going to look a little bit different going forward in this video. So the first thing you'll notice when the course is created, instead of it just being a blank modules page as your home, you'll see that there are a couple modules that are already set. The first one is the Welcome Start Here module. A lot of you already have some sort of module like that in your course, but maybe you don't. You could simply go into these and replace some of this information with your own and use that as your Welcome Start module. If you have one, you might want to go through and look at some of these pages that have been created, such as the Student Communication and Canvas Notifications and the Netiquette Guidelines, and you might want to add those to your Start Here module if you don't have those there already. Also, if you already have one set up, you could pull what you wanted to keep and you can delete this module. The next module you see is set to be published automatically, is just a set of resources for students, academic services, technology, and then just general student support. Each of these pages has a bunch of links that takes them to the various services. Good module to keep there for students, point out that it's there, and it'll be consistent across all courses. And then the last one is just some resources for you as faculty. Obviously we want to keep this one unpublished because this is for instructors, not for students. And you'll see you have some stuff on various places to get technology assistance, things like Turnitin and Lockdown Browser, Kaltura, things like that. Accessibility stuff, there's information in this module, or this page rather. There's information in this page about things to consider with accessibility, and then using UDoIT, which is something we installed in the fall of 23. And then some information on things to remember when you're trying to communicate with students before a course begins, and then this video, some information about the template itself. So you'll see those by default. You'll see in a minute when you import, those will remain, but all of your modules you already had created will also come in with it. The other place you'll notice a change potentially is the course navigation. In an effort to try to streamline the course navigation so students kind of know things are located in the same place, we set this up as kind of the default. When you do import your course, if you've adjusted your navigation yourself, that navigation will override the template navigation. If your navigation's never been touched, then the template navigation will remain. Obviously, every course has some different requirements and needs. We're just trying to streamline a little bit. Things like simple syllabus modules, grades, things that are probably used in most every course. Try to keep those as your top options so students can find those easily. Other things like announcements, Zoom, attendance, UDoIT, Lockdown Browser, things that a lot of instructors include, we left up there as well. And then all these other things are currently set as unpublished. Obviously you can adjust those as needed for what works best for your course, but as a best practice, we're trying to kind of keep this as the main links in the course navigation at the top. So if you do have your own setup, if you could maybe rearrange that just to keep that consistent, that would be great, although no requirement to do so. The other thing you'll notice when we import our course content, if you have a home page, you'll see that that home page will update when you bring it in. So just to kind of show you what it looks like when we import our course content into the module, I'll go to Import Existing. I'll go ahead and bring in a course that I created that has some content in it already, and then we'll go ahead and bring that information in. So once everything has been imported, I'm going to flip over and show you the course I imported, this Canvas Essentials. You'll see that my navigation has been adjusted, so I had these kind of set up as the base navigation for this course. I have a custom home page set that's already been marked as the front page. So now when I navigate back to home, you'll see the navigation, because I had made some edits, overrides. My course homepage comes in and overrides. So that's very much like your normal process. If we go to modules, you will see that those three modules that were there do default to the top, and then all the modules that you would import come from there. So you could rearrange as you see fit. One thing to be cautious of, if you do click on the Publish All option, make sure that this faculty resources does stay unpublished. That would be one little place that things could get tripped up. The one other thing I'll point out that does exist, that's by default, is this template front page. Just a front page we put together, kind of a standard one, if you'd like to use that instead of the front page that you have. But if you've already created one that works for your course, then by all means, you can keep that as it is. Other than that, your import process should look very, very similar. Just a few things we wanted to point out just so you're aware of how things might look with your course now that the template's been applied. As usual, if you have any questions or issues, feel free to contact us in TLDE. We're always happy to help.